Imagine a civilization as vast and sophisticated as ancient Egypt, yet without kings, palaces, or grand temples. No statues of pharaohs, no royal tombs, no towering monuments to individual rulers. Instead, picture a world where power was not displayed through colossal stone faces or golden thrones, but through the quiet strength of community and shared achievement. This is the enduring enigma of the Indus Valley Civilization, one of humanity's earliest and most mysterious urban societies. When its cities were unearthed, what we found was extraordinary. A society built on collective organization, not royal power. There were no palatial complexes or extravagant tombs, but instead evidence of a people who valued order, cooperation, and the well-being of all. Flourishing over 4,500 years ago, the Indus Valley spanned the fertile plains of modern Pakistan and northwest India, thriving along the life-giving waters of the Indus River. Its cities were among the largest and most advanced of their time, home to tens of thousands of people. Unlike Egypt's pyramids or Mesopotamia's ziggurats, the Indus left behind no monuments to rulers, just evidence of advanced urban planning. Their cities were laid out in precise grids, with wide streets and carefully designed neighborhoods. They engineered the world's first urban sanitation systems, built cities on grids, and created networks of covered drains that kept their streets clean, centuries ahead of their time. Across vast distances, they standardized bricks and measures, ensuring that every building block fit perfectly, no matter where it was made. This remarkable consistency hints at a shared vision and a high level of cooperation. The largest buildings were public, like the Great Bath of Mohenjo-Daro, emphasizing community over individual glory. These spaces were likely used for ritual, gathering, and perhaps even governance, places that brought people together rather than setting them apart. Their legacy is one of practicality, order, and collective intelligence. Every aspect of their cities, from the smallest house to the grandest public structure, reflects a society focused on the common good. The Indus story isn't about kings or conquests, it's about how millions work together to build a stable, advanced society. Their achievements remind us that greatness can be measured not just by monuments, but by the lives of ordinary people working in harmony. It's a civilization that challenges everything we think we know about power and progress, inviting us to imagine new ways of organizing society, where the true legacy is not the glory of a few, but the well-being of many. The Indus Valley's lifeblood was its river, a vast winding artery that brought both opportunity and challenge to those who settled along its banks. The river was a force that shaped every aspect of their world, dictating the rhythms of daily life and the very structure of their society. Each year, the Indus River's annual floods transformed the land, creating rich, fertile plains. These nourishing waters enabled abundant harvests of wheat, barley, and cotton, supporting a thriving agricultural economy. This agricultural surplus fueled the rise of remarkable cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, each home to tens of thousands of people, an extraordinary scale for the ancient world. These weren't just large villages, they were meticulously planned urban centers, built on raised platforms to guard against floods and designed with a vision for both safety and order. The Indus people engineered an intricate network of canals for irrigation, channeling water to their fields with remarkable precision. Within their cities, they created the world's first complex drainage and sewer systems, setting a standard for urban sanitation that would not be matched for millennia. Nearly every house was connected to covered drains, ensuring cleanliness and public health, a level of sanitation unmatched in the ancient world and a testament to their ingenuity. Water was central, not just for survival but for ritual and daily life. The Great Bath and countless wells reveal how water was woven into the fabric of their society, used for both practical needs and sacred ceremonies. Their partnership with the river was both practical and spiritual, reflecting a deep respect for the natural world that sustained them. They managed water with foresight and technical skill, creating a sustainable urban ecosystem that balanced human needs with the rhythms of nature. The Indus Valley wasn't just a place to live, it was a model of environmental harmony, where cities and nature coexisted in a delicate, carefully maintained balance. Their mastery of water made their civilization possible, allowing them to flourish in a landscape that could be both generous and unforgiving. They didn't just survive by the river, they thrived because of it, building a society that would endure for centuries. This relationship between people and river was the foundation of their enduring success, a legacy that still echoes through the ruins today. Enter Mohenjo-Daro, and you step into the mind of an ancient urban planner. The city's grid layout with straight streets and right angles was no accident. It was a feat of deliberate design. Divided into a lower town and a raised citadel, Mohenjo-Daro's architecture was strikingly egalitarian. Most homes, built from uniform bricks, followed similar plans with central courtyards. No palaces, just practical comfort. The real marvel was the sanitation. Private baths and latrines in nearly every house, all connected to covered sewers. On the citadel stood public buildings like the Great Bath, a communal space for ritual or gathering. The so-called granary reveals their engineering prowess, designed to protect food from floods and pests. Uniform bricks and standardized construction point to centralized planning and a society that valued order. Mohenjo-Daro was built for people, prioritizing hygiene, comfort, and community. It's a silent blueprint for urban living, centuries ahead of its time. Here, the city itself was the monument. To the north, Harappa mirrored Mohenjo-Daro's urban design but revealed the civilization's industrial heart. Archaeologists uncovered vast workshops, kilns, and evidence of mass production, grain threshing platforms, metalworking, and pottery on an industrial scale. Rows of worker housing suggest organized labor and food distribution. Harappa was a hub for crafting iconic seals and beads, with raw materials and unfinished goods found in abundance. These products weren't just for locals, they fueled a vast trade network. Standardized goods ensured quality and trust across distances. Harappa's industry powered the civilization's prosperity. It was a city that worked, literally and collectively. The Indus Valley was a Bronze Age trading powerhouse, connected by land and sea to distant worlds. Merchants traded cotton, timber, ivory, and beads as far as Mesopotamia, Afghanistan, and the Persian Gulf. Their secret? Standardized weights and measures, chert cubes, precisely calibrated, enabled fair trade across vast distances. This system fostered trust and economic growth. Imports like lapis lazuli, turquoise, and copper reveal the reach of their networks. Mesopotamian texts mention Meluha, almost certainly the Indus Valley, describing its exotic goods. Indus seals found in Iraq prove their merchants operated abroad. The Indus people weren't just city builders, they were global citizens of their age. Their trade network was the envy of the ancient world. Commerce was their lifeblood, connecting them to civilizations far beyond their own. The greatest mystery of the Indus Valley is its script. Thousands of elegant symbols carved on seals, pottery, and tablets. This was their written language, but it remains undeciphered. The inscriptions are short, just a handful of symbols, making the code nearly impossible to crack. No Rosetta Stone exists to guide us. Most seals pair script with animal images likely used for trade or administration. The writing might record names, goods, or transactions, but we can only guess. Researchers worldwide use computers and statistics to search for patterns, but the meaning remains elusive. Is it a true language or a set of symbols for limited use? Until we decipher it, the Indus people's voices remain silent, their stories locked in stone. For centuries, the Indus Valley Civilization thrived along the banks of mighty rivers. Its cities were marvels of urban planning, with clean streets, advanced drainage, and a vibrant culture. Trade flourished, connecting the Indus people with distant lands like Mesopotamia, and their society enjoyed remarkable stability and prosperity. But then, around 1900 BCE, a mysterious decline began. Buildings slowly deteriorated, streets fell into disrepair, and the once bustling trade with Mesopotamia came to a halt. The signs of a thriving civilization faded, replaced by silence and abandonment. The great cities were gradually deserted, their populations dispersing into the countryside. What could have caused such a dramatic transformation? Why did a civilization so advanced simply fade away? The old theory of violent invasion has been largely dismissed. Archaeologists have found little evidence of warfare, mass destruction, or widespread violence. The ruins remain largely undamaged, and ancient artifacts are left untouched. Instead, most experts now believe the real culprit was environmental change. A slow but relentless shift in climate and landscape. The climate cooled and dried, monsoon rains weakened, and crucial rivers like the Gagar Hakra gradually dried up, leaving the land parched and unproductive. As water sources dwindled, agriculture collapsed, undermining the very foundation of the urban centers and forcing people to seek new ways to survive. The decline was not sudden, but a slow, creeping crisis that unfolded over generations. a gradual unraveling, rather than a single catastrophic event. As resources became scarce, families and entire communities migrated east and south, searching for more reliable rainfall and fertile land to sustain their lives. The civilization didn't simply vanish, it transformed. Its people blended into emerging rural cultures, carrying with them traditions and knowledge that would shape the subcontinent's future. Their cities became lost to time, their script remains undeciphered, and their way of life lingers only as a memory, shrouded in mystery. The story of the Indus Valley is a powerful reminder. Even the greatest societies are vulnerable to the unpredictable forces of nature and time. To this day, the disappearance of the Indus Valley Civilization remains one of history's most intriguing and enduring unsolved mysteries, inviting us to keep searching for answers. The Indus Valley's legacy didn't vanish with its cities. Their innovations, domesticated chickens, cotton cultivation, spinning and weaving, became foundations of South Asian life. Standardized weights and measures, and even the bullock cart persisted for millennia. Their influence is seen in later spiritual symbols and practices, from yoga-like postures to sacred trees. The Indus spirit lives on in technology, commerce, and culture. Their practical genius shaped the subcontinent's future. Their ideas outlasted their monuments. The civilization fell, but its impact endures. The Indus Valley story is unfinished, a puzzle with missing pieces. Every artifact adds a clue, but the full picture remains elusive. The undeciphered script is the ultimate prize to give voice to a silent civilization. Their unique social model, order without kings, challenges our assumptions about power. Understanding them could reshape our view of human potential. Their rise and fall are both inspiration and warning. The search continues because their story is, in many ways, our own.